So what is going on in the overall market? That's what we're going to talk about right here, right now. As of recording this video, got a couple things I want to make you guys aware of because this weekend I think is going to be pretty big for crypto. We're going to wait and see if it's going to really fall or maybe continue to stay where it's at. Okay. So this week was a really big week. We had the Federal Reserve come out on Wednesday, Thursday, raise the rate 75 basis point. It was more aggressive than we all thought. But the overall market, I think, definitely needed this to try to slow down this massive rampant inflation that is just out there. Okay, so as you guys know, the overall crypto markets have just been decimated. They've fallen from 2+ trillion to right here, just shy of 900 billion. Just on a side note, 900 billion used to be the overall market cap just of Bitcoin alone. By the way, just on a side note there. Okay, so right now down 1%. I mentioned this early at the beginning of the video. I firmly believe that we're kind of in a wait and see attitude. Okay, historically, the weekends after big Federal Reserve deals have not been good, and the overall market's kind of moved down even more. Okay, so that's kind of the lead story here. Keep your eye on this weekend on what happens with crypto because it could move further down. A lot of the technical analysis that I'm looking at says that Bitcoin is quite possibly going to move down to around 12,000. Yes, you heard me correctly, and that Ethereum could be moving as low as 600. Okay, so those are kind of some of the numbers that we're looking at as far as kind of the overall market leaders, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of the altcoins will follow suit in one way or the other. But you can see in the last 7 days, they've just been decimated, 30% and 37%. Again, this is all related to kind of macroeconomic factors out there. Inflation being the biggest one, fear of recession being obviously the other thing. And the key word there is fear. Okay. A tremendous amount of fear is running out there. We are at a 9 from the fear and greed index right here. You can see it. It's in this chart right here. We're at a 9 yesterday. We were at a 7. These are historically very low levels. This fear and greed index measures social behavior, social attitudes, social, feelings about crypto. And you can see that it's not real good right here, right now, but it's actually rampant. It's across the board as well. The stock markets had an abysmal week because of everything going on with what I've just been talking to you about. So you have these macroeconomic factors. Okay. Fed, recession, inflation being the biggest thing because inflation is what's driving everything else. Okay, from a bad perspective, it's driving all the fear. Inflation simply means everything. If everything costs more in my life, I have less discretionary money, right, to be able to put into crypto. That's simply what is happening. Okay, and so then you have beyond that, you have the Russia-Ukraine war, supply chain disruptions on the food side of our ecosystem coming from that. And then you have obviously China, COVID, and everything else kind of continued to global impact there. Just again, a perfect storm of kind of bad. Keep your eye on this weekend for the crypto market. If there's another crypto crash coming, that's the kind of the leading indicator that I'll be looking at. As always, thanks for giving me a few minutes of your day. I'll see you. Have a good one. Bye.